It might be controversial, but are you okay with all the articles and stuff that was coming out? She was lying. But I was just asking, like, are you okay?
Well, obviously there's a lot of things not true. Like they're saying there's broken bones. They're saying we're paying people hush money.
We agree.
I mean, what did you think about the articles?
The MrBeast situation and Beast Games situation got so much better before it then quickly went downhill once again. It's an absolute roller coaster of emotions right now, starting with, Beast Games dropping on MrBeast's channel, some behind the scenes footage getting posted from contestants, and then Rosanna Pansino jumping on the bandwagon once again to try and promote a story from a contestant who was hard done by the show. It's an absolute whirlwind of just chaos and fuckery, right? So, first of all, let's start with it. MrBeast drops his first ever episode of Beast Games on his YouTube channel before the rest of it airs on Amazon Prime later this month, okay? And, the aim of the game was 2,000 contestants are fighting for $5 million, the biggest cash prize in history. The first 2 episodes allegedly cost around $40 million to make, so there is a huge amount of money that has been invested into this, and MrBeast obviously wanted to make this the biggest game show in history. And behind the scenes, Colin and Samir, YouTubers, were allowed unfiltered access to the entire production, to the entire show, to everything that's gone on, right? And they've basically had full access, unlimited. And they've posted a little compilation video to kind of promote this on their YouTube channel.
872 124!
872 738 654 570. Perfect.
Nervous, excited, ready to get this thing show on the road. Woo! Is Jimmy ready? Jimmy's ready.
Exactly. Be ready. They're still in security?
And everybody in this quickly.
What are we doing?
There's a lot of bottlenecks. I'm trying to.
Can I get a moment?
This is crazy.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's an epic shot.
Mac.
Cool.
Oh, he's captain. All right, Jim. Good luck, dude.
Thank you.
All right, Jim. Get ready.
And go! I am so excited for this. Oh my God! Come on out! This is gonna blow your mind!
But no one's ever done 1,000 competitors before.
The biggest show ever made in unscripted television.
The most insane shit I'll ever do.
I don't know how you beat this. Nothing can go wrong. Everything needs to go right.
It might be controversial, but are you okay with all the articles and stuff that was coming out?
Well,
We have 2 worlds that are sort of colliding. The Beast team that are very familiar with changing things on the fly.
We know a thing or two about entertaining people.
We are a much bigger, larger machine. Can a crossover occur?
I guess we should probably do an intro for your video at some point too. Where I'm like, I'm sitting on $5 million of real money on one of the largest sets ever built. And I'm gonna give Colin and Samir unfiltered access to show you how we brought this to life.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, have fun.
Okay.
Let me know what you find.
Okay. I went the wrong way. We're going.
Obviously, it's a pretty big deal, right? The fact that Colin and Samir get behind-the-scenes access. Now, this isn't the first time Colin and Samir have had behind-the-scenes access, because when MrBeast opened up Beast Burger in that mall, I can't remember exactly where it was, again, Colin and Samir were working behind the scenes to kind of document the process moving forwards and how crazy the whole situation was. So this isn't new territory for them, but... one of the biggest parts about it was that, MrBeast and Colin and Samir sat down and spoke with contestants about the allegations that were made by contestants that lost. These people label them as salty losers and stuff like this. But, the fact that MrBeast gave them a platform and Colin and Samir gave them a platform to talk was very, very interesting. So here's that clip.
I have a question. It might be controversial, but are you okay with all the articles and stuff that was coming out? She was lying. But I was just asking, like, are you okay?
Well, obviously there's a lot of things not true. Like they're saying there's broken bones. They're saying we're paying people hush money.
We agree.
I mean, what did you think about the articles?
I mean, I thought it was, first off, we're not gonna say nothing, no way. And 2, I just thought it was really ridiculous.
It was disappointing for sure, because we knew that wasn't the case.
Right.
Also, it seems like, look, people want to make a stink, but
of course, so they don't want to interview the people that had a good experience.
Yeah.
But if more people that left that still had a good experience would speak out, it would be a little more balanced.
But it was also one of those things where like we're not allowed to say.
Yeah, because I saw it literally.
And it's like
I
you
saw
can't
the
have
whole
nothing
news
nice because
article.
people will mess it up for
I
other
live in
people.
Vegas, so I literally was seeing there was so many people talking about it and everything, and it was like I wanted to say so much, but I'm
I
like,
did too. I was
know
like, I
we
just want to
can't.
comment on everything.
We were ready to defend you, bro. Like, come on.
You had a good experience?
Yes.
I did. I understand.
I had a great experience. I lost.
I mean, obviously, there, you know, they even go on to say we lost, but, you know, I think that as the clip continues, they're like, but we still had a good time. And another contestant also came out to share their opinion in a video that they created themselves. Nothing to do with Colin and Samir, nothing to do with MrBeast. This was just completely off of their own back.
Around about the games. But I'm here to set the record straight. Look, I get it. Emotions were high, stakes were even higher. But the truth is, not everybody can handle losing gracefully. Some of the things I was seeing online were absolutely insane. And now that I'm able to talk about it, I'm going to. Back then, I know I couldn't, and it was killing me inside. Let me be clear about some things right up front. Let me set the context and the stage for you. We were competing for $5 million. That's right, $5 million, something that has never been done on the history of any game show up until this point. And so to all the people that were crying about it being too hard and the food wasn't good and it wasn't enough, it was for $5 million. There was nothing hostile about our working conditions. All of our needs were met, we got enough food, we had enough calories, and we were given ample amount of time to sleep. Now it's up to you to actually use that time to go to sleep and not be having conversations in the corners of the stadium through all hours of the night. There were registered nurses, doctors, and emergency staff on site at all times. So there goes some of those rumors right out the window. But it's what my wife and I say to each other every time we get into an argument. I can't hold her accountable for something that I didn't communicate. What do I mean by that? If I had an allergy or something that I really needed, I just had to speak up about it. Let me set it up like this. I've had this nose thing going on for about a year, where out of nowhere it will just clog up. And it feels like I can't breathe, and at times I even begin to panic. I've been dealing with it for about a year and trying to figure out what it is and how to get it to go away. But what I've found is that the only thing that relieves it temporarily is nasal spray. And so I had nasal spray in my pocket the entire time. The staff knew, the crew knew, the production knew, and everyone was okay with it. Now, if that was the case about nasal spray, don't you think it would have been even more so the case about things that were more serious? All it is, in my opinion, is sore losers who had a chance to win some money, lost out on that opportunity, and now they're looking for any and every way to try to grab that bag by going after the guy. And anonymous is cowardly in my book. Just saying. The reality is we were not promised anything. Everything got taken care of, and people will still find a reason to complain and say that it wasn't enough. Were there some hiccups? Of course. But you try putting 2,000 people in a stadium for a week, feed them and film without anything going wrong. And no, the challenges weren't rigged. Every single contestant had an equal shot. I was there and saw it firsthand. The crew was meticulous about fairness, sometimes annoyingly so. If anything, they went out of their way to make sure that every contestant had the same opportunities. I'll be honest, showing up to the first set, I was a little surprised that it was 2,000 contestants. I was a little disappointed because not only was it a long shot to win with 1,000 people, now I've effectively halved my chance at even that. But it is what it is. We were competing for $5 million, and the experience alone is something that we will never forget.
I mean, there you go. Obviously, the video does go on a little bit more, but that's kind of the crux of the situation. And another contestant has also come out over on Twitter to talk about their experience with it. So they said, someone asked them, can you share your experience in Beast Games, show and rumors about unsafe environment and contestants, etc. This person went on to say, largely blown out of proportion. If 10 people get injured out of 2,000, then that's an incredibly low percentage. I hate that people got hurt, but it's impossible to guarantee safety when doing these kinds of shows. If Survivor, Fear Factor, Hole in the Wall, or literally any Japanese show had 2,000 people, somebody is likely getting hurt. Also, I didn't hear of anyone getting hurt in the Prime show, just a few in the Vegas. So that's the 2,000, whittling it from 2,000 contestants down to 1,000. Again, I hate that people got hurt, but everyone knew what they were signing up for and they did it anyways. I ran on a 2 to 3 week grade 2 sprained ankle in the Vegas series, knowing full well that I could seriously hurt myself. There was a learning curve for the staff and vendors on preparing enough materials for certain people day one, but after that it was smooth sailing in my opinion. So that person kind of, again, coming out to try and debunk the claims that have been made. But one person who's really jumped on this, again, you know, unsurprisingly, is Rosanna Pansino. Now, Rosanna Pansino has been on the front foot of kind of pushing the stories of the contestants that didn't have such a good experience, allegedly, right? And I'm trying to be as impartial in this as possible and try and remain balanced because, You know, that's the only fair way to do this. But Rosanna Pansino was over on Twitter making a lot of tweets. So this was one that she posted very shortly after MrBeast posted his video. So you can kind of see the idea of this. You know, I think Rosanna had this in her back pocket, waiting for MrBeast to drop his first episode that she could ride the wave of, you know, the popularity of it to try and promote her video as well. But that's just speculation on my part. Amanda recently suffered a traumatic brain injury while competing in MrBeast's new Amazon show, Beast Games. What was meant to be an exciting moment in her life turned into an unexpected and difficult journey. Amanda's injury has left her without the ability to work. I'm starting a GoFundMe campaign to help Amanda cover her medical expenses and provide financial support as she recovers. But that was one of many tweets that Rosanna put up, including this one. Amanda now suffers months later from a traumatic brain injury from competing on MrBeast's new game show, Beast Games. This happened during a briefcase challenge. The challenge seemed to be very poorly designed, with not enough safety regulations or oversight. She deserves better. And then went on further to retweet someone whose account no longer exists. A typical MrBeast enjoyer. I'm going to continue using my platform to elevate people's stories. If that's upsetting you, then just let me know that I'm doing the right thing. Again, another person talking. They literally can't bookended Rosanna Pansino's video with Beast Games ads. You can't make this up. Quite funny. The most ironic part of this is that there were several injuries on the trapdoor game as well, the one in your pick. I've been told it because there wasn't enough foam in the pits people were falling into. Another one, this one was from Drama Alert. It was the video I showed at the start. Rosanna retweeted it and said, "My brain actually died a little reading this headline. Carefully curated behind the scenes clips are literally designed to hide the truth. Upload all the raw footage, you cowards. What's all the dick riders afraid of?" Interesting response. Bonus picture of MrBeast sent this to Bud Keemstar. You can't make this shit up. We're living in the worst timeline ever. Of course, that was the Feastables vending machine. Another one. So this was in response to this video here. Drama Alert are sweeping harder for MrBeast than an Olympic curling team right now. It would be very funny if it wasn't so sad. Notice how nearly all of the posts about MrBeast are either mocking or downplaying the victims. I'll be making a video soon about the many blatant lies coming out of Team Sweep. Again, you know, it doesn't end. And then Rosanna then talks about the interview that she posted on her YouTube channel. Again, it came out very shortly after MrBeast dropped his video. So I definitely think that she was trying to ride the wave of popularity off the back of MrBeast's video. But I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of the entire interview. And if you want to go and check out the full thing for yourself, you know, feel free to go and do that over on Rosanna Pansino's YouTube channel. But I'm just going to give you a brief oversight. So basically, the first part is an introduction to Amanda. Amanda Rose, a PhD in political science and founder of the weight loss community Eat Like a Bear, participated in MrBeast's Beast Games. Amanda was injured during the game, suffering from a traumatic brain injury, or TBI, that has severely impacted her health, career, and financial situation. So, participation and the initial issues that kicked off with regards to Amanda. Amanda actually applied to Beast Games with a pitch highlighting her expertise in game theory. Early signs of poor organisation, including receiving another contestant's travel itinerary, forcing Amanda to drive to Las Vegas herself. So that was the first issue that Amanda allegedly occurred. The event conditions were also something that was brought up in this interview. So contestants faced a wide array of conditions, including minimal food, insufficient sleep on stadium floors, and denied access to necessary medications, which of course we already know about. Amanda was nicknamed Mama Bear while she was on Beast Games and was embraced by other contestants for her positive and maternal attitude. So then things moved forward and there was a briefcase game that Amanda participated in. And, you know, during that, you know, she was involved in running to grab briefcases. Amanda was kicked in the head by another contestant, resulting in a TBI. Despite the rules prohibiting the physical contact, there was no enforcement and Amanda received no exit medical care. Unaware of the injury's severity, she drove home and only realised the extent of her condition days later. In the aftermath, Amanda experienced debilitating symptoms, including headaches, nausea, fatigue, and cognitive lapses. Her doctor monitored her with concussion scores, and she eventually sought treatment by a specialized brain injury institute. The production were very quiet on the whole situation, and it was reported that MrBeast's production team failed to follow up with Amanda after the injury was reported. And Amanda was apparently ghosted by producers after initial contact and never received an invitation to return, despite promises of fairness reviews for eliminated contestants. The ongoing issues regarding the injury are still ongoing, apparently. So the injury has left Amanda unable to work, as effectively driving financial hardship. And Amanda has highlighted a lack of oversight and safety precautions during Beast Games, warning to future risks to contestants. She then goes on to advocate for better conditions and talks about her recovery. So Amanda is determined to fully recover with a year-long trajectory to regain her physical and cognitive abilities. She is also advocating for better safety standards in large-scale productions and raising awareness about her experience to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. Obviously, like I say, that is just a brief synopsis of the entire 50-minute interview. If you want to go and check out the full interview, go over to Rosanna Pansino's video and you can find it there. But, you know, that's kind of the key highlights and takeaway points from the interview. So the whole situation is absolutely wild. Obviously, it looked really, really promising. Obviously, MrBeast talking behind the scenes with contestants and stuff like this. But then Rosanna drops her video and the whole narrative shifts once again. So it's this whole back and forth of MrBeast defending himself, you know, with people coming out to defend MrBeast, and then Rosanna Pansino injecting her point of view across, you know, talks about how Keemstar's hushing the whole situation and it's all gone quiet and all the rest of it. I don't know. Obviously, I don't want to be seen as pushing any narratives, but that's the whole that's the whole thing that's going on thus far. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. If you're down, while you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.